So we just completed the playthrough of Lacrimosa of Donna. We're now trying out Origin, which is made much later on if we're talking about the order the games came out, but is technically the first in the series. So we're just going to have a quick little look at the options menu just to see what kinds of things we have in store. So probably sound effects down a little bit. I'll touch that a little bit as well. Double tap to dash. I think we'll leave some of these on. Hold attack to use skill. We'll keep that in mind. I'm not sure how the controls themselves feel, but always dash once able. Let's try leaving that on as well, just to see how that feels. Again, we'll probably revisit some of the basic controls here. So let's return back to the title. So we're going for a more classic style game. Now this one will not star the infamous red-haired swordsman. This one will be a different character altogether. And this will be more of a traditional kind of action top-down kind of game. So no party system. Don't think damage types are a thing. So let's see how we feel about this game. So let's take a look. We actually get to choose our protagonist, which I did not know. So we have Yunica, who is an axe-wielding fighter, mid-range, mid-speed. Or we could be the energy-firing mage, slow speed, long range. So Chad is asking that there's no Adol. I thought the games were all about Adol. So this is kind of one of those one-offs where technically Adol is in every single game of the core series, but this one's not going to say like a spin-off per se, but it takes place much, much, much further in the past than any of the other games. So, chat, who are you feeling should be our protagonist? I mean, I'm just trying to guess based off their playstyle what we should do here. And it looks like if we were to play through the game, presumably multiple times, or maybe even just once, we would unlock a third character to select here. Now, I could kind of see a portrait of this person. I cannot tell if that's an eye patch over their left eye. It looks a little strange. Hack Sahad into the game. So I don't know, chat. I'll give the chat a little bit of time to decide our first character, but we're gonna have to make a decision very soon. So I will be right back as the chat decides our fate. And I am now back. So I see people are commenting on Unica's gloves, but does that mean we play as Yunica, chat? I mean, otherwise I'm going to rely off the coin flip, since I'm not seeing any decisions here. So I'm going to say heads for Yunica, tails for the mage. So no decisions from the chat, so I will choose Yunica. Go straight to Nightmare. Let's see. We'll see what normal is. It might be very hard because this is the classic series difficulty. We'll see. If we feel that is just way too hard, I will probably set it to easy or very easy. But let's see what they think the game difficulty should be.
Jadis, il avait un grand pays légendaire.
Once upon a time, lost within the tides of history. We have our presumably town that we're going to be going in and out of. Or is that a temple?
Qu'on appelait Is.
It was called Is.
Sur l'intervention des dias jumelles.
It was a paradise granted unimaginable glory and prosperity under the auspices of twin goddesses and its 6 great priests.
Les dias avaient un trésor.
Therein, the pride of the goddesses was an object known as the Black Pearl, through which all the people of the land received innumerable blessings. Among these blessings was the power of magic, which allowed the enacting of miracles, and this power was often augmented by silver metal called Slaria? With the glory of these miracles at their disposal, the people of East believed their radiant prosperity would shine on forever. Then one day, disaster struck. Without warning, hordes of demons appeared. East was under attack. In the blink of an eye, the demons had completely overrun the land. The people were driven to seek shelter in Solomon's shrine, where the goddesses dwelled. Though many feared these, the end of times, the goddesses and the 6 priests were able to use the power of the Black Pearl to raise Solomon's shrine into the heavens, away from the chaos. It took a little time for the demons to react, however. A great tower was erected, and winged creatures came soaring through the sky. The crisis that had wrought havoc upon the land had begun ascending for a second round in the air.
En direction du sanctuaire. Is menaçait de tomber.
And amidst the hellish turmoil came a startling discovery that would rock the very foundation of Is. The twin goddesses who had always served as cornerstones of order were nowhere to be found. With the situation looking grim, the 6 priests decided to take matters into their own hands. Choosing from amongst the best of the best, a search party of knights and sorcerers was formed. These elite were dispatched back down to the surface in hopes of finding the missing deities before all was lost. The goddesses were dreaming up a new world. It's very true, chat. Presumably those are the 2 goddesses. There would be the other protagonists we will not be selecting. Trying to see if we could see the 3rd protagonist. It looked like a male in his middle ages, perhaps. There's the symbolism of the 2 feathers, presumably of the 2 goddesses. Hmm. That guy potentially could have been the third one. Yeah, I'm curious if we get to play as like a anti-hero or a villain as the third playthrough. Chat is discussing the hair color of the protagonists and the goddesses. So it says, my whole life I've never been able to use magic. Presumably these are the thoughts of our new protagonist. It says, but I made a promise long ago. I promised I would be a knight. I told myself I would guard those two with my life just as my dad did. The goddesses. So she's saying, please, Dad, watch over me. I swear I'll become a holy knight and keep our ladies Rhea and Fina from harm. Chat's saying she learned to fight with oven mitts. I mean, it was very strange, I would agree. It didn't seem like she actually had fingers in her gloves, other than like with mitts. It says girls with braid, or excuse me, girl with braids, but I'm pretty sure we know who this is. We selected her. She's like, where? Where am I? She says, let's see, I'm still in the tutorial. Apparently her rear hurts. She says, focus, focus. I joined up with the search party heading down to the surface. And then what? Remember, there was a sudden impact like we hit something, or something hit us. Wait, is that? ... question mark. Shame this isn't Shadow Hearts, or else Yunica would have a lovely new name. It's true. Oh, chat. Look at that. There's always giant trees, chat. It's always a giant tree. Rhoda tree. But you finally awoken. I'm assuming this is the tree. You seem familiar to me, in front of the goddesses, are you not? Girl with braids introduces herself. The name's Yunica. Yunica Tova? The tree says, yes, I remember now. You're the priest Tova's granddaughter. Yunica says, well, yes, I am, but I don't really take after him all that much. I can't even use magic. You're the elder Rhoda tree, right? How's your younger brother? Is he... alright? The tree says, yes, he's fine. In fact, he's been my sole conversation partner all this time. It was starting to get rather boring down here. So, we can't use magic, but we're having conversations with trees, so... I mean, maybe the tree is magic and is speaking in our mind, I guess? Or we have other talents that aren't considered magic. I guess we'll hopefully get some clarity on that at some point. But Yunica says, ha, I'll bet. You always were quite the chatterbox. I must admit, when the shrine ascended, I found myself worrying about you two. I'm really glad you're both okay. The tree says, the goddesses gave us life and they maintain our lives as well. These noxious fumes will not sever our bonds with them so easily. But you, Atova, when was it? I beheld a man with one companion in tow surrounded by a horde of demons. Am I correct in assuming then that he too was of the Tova lineage? So Yunica says, yeah, that was my dad. He stayed behind on the surface and bought us some time to raise Solomon Shrine. My grandpa says he couldn't have survived down here. The tree says, I felt his essence disappear into the miasma, which is not to say I witnessed his death, but I can hardly doubt his fate. Yunica goes, so I guess Grandpa was right. Well, then I guess the book is closed on him, so now it's his daughter's time to shine. Well, that was kind of a quick turnaround there, Yunica. Well, I guess she technically assumed her father was already dead, but still. The tree says, oh, do you seek something from this ruined land, then? She replies, yes. We have come down to the surface in search of our ladies Rhea and Fina. A few days ago, the two of them vanished from the shrine, and no one's seen or heard from them since. The Tree responds, I did catch sight of the goddesses. It was perhaps 3 days ago. Yunica seems very shocked. She says, you saw them? So Father Xian was right. They really did come to the surface. Did you see where they went? Do you see that tower at the foot of Mount Precious? That horrifying tower built to bridge this ruined land with Solomon's Shrine up above. Well, that's our destination. Though it is weak, I sense the essence of both goddesses in that place. I like how the tree is like the only sign of life. Like in general, like just there's the green and just everything else is dead. There's some kind of weird red glow in places, but otherwise not looking too good for the earth. Yeah, Mount Precious is definitely a name choice. Yunica goes, They're in the tower? Why didn't you stop them? The tree says, they sought the tower of their own volition. I saw no reason to intervene. That tree. Yunica says, but you know what the tower represents. The tree says, they're not alone. I sense others in and around its perimeters. Your companions, I believe. Oh, Yunica's asking about our companions. Who's over there? And the tree's asking if we will go to them. Yunica replies with, I will. I need to meet up with the others right away so we could bring our stray goddesses back home. You must be such a dangerous plut, no ordinary plut outside world. Uh-oh, he's losing his speech chat. Guess the gases are starting to flare up. With no magic of my own to fall back on, I'm afraid I can't hear your voice anymore. Okay, so at least we got the confirmation there that it was the tree's magic that let us hear it. It was not some other, like, equipment we had on us or something like that. So Yunica says, Lady Rhea, Lady Fina. She's thinking about it, but all she could do is move on towards the tower. He remembered he's a tree and thus he could not speak. Very true, chat. So I assume a majority of the game will be us climbing to the top of this tower. I don't expect this kind of game to be super plot heavy, but we'll see as we go along. I was like, pictured here the next 20 hours. So we gotta deal with the demons, chat. It's just that straightforward. The tower entrance. Oh, look at that. We didn't even have to walk there. Yunica is thinking to herself, this doesn't feel right. Shouldn't there be more demons guarding the entrance? As we hear sounds of murder. Hello, Xian. We heard about you earlier. Xian says, I suppose we should have expected this, considering where we are. If only we had some of the others with us, we'd be on more even footing. Dino says, we'll put up a barrier and try to hold it for as long as possible. Eolia says, that should buy some time to take out the demons on that side. Fewer demons means better odds, right? Xian says, if I must take up arms, then so be it. So I guess we're getting into our first combat tutorial, Chad. He says, aren't you? Now we're getting a formal title for ourselves, so we're apparently just an apprentice knight. We're at his service. Xian says, much obliged. Do what you can with these beasts if you please. We'll take care of the demons in the room's periphery. So now he's calling all of his companions, and presumably we're going to be in a solo fight. Yeah, there they are. They're leaving. So let's see how it feels to do the combat in this game. Yunica says, you rotten creatures have turned all of our lives upside down and taken my dad away from me, so don't expect me to hold back. There we go. We got the tutorial, chat. Oh boy, so it is giving me a tutorial with keyboard controls? Okay, so let's just take what we can from this. So we have a normal attack button. We can lunge. Randomly lowers defense. Okay, good to know. Up thrust. And a down thrust. Okay, so that's kind of similar between the different games. And we know all about the jump slash from before. So this seems pretty straightforward. Okay, there's our jump button. Oh, there's our attack button. There we go. Oh, she moves pretty quick. Now, do we have a dodge roll? Ooh, we do not. We gotta be careful, chat. She's just chopping away. What is boost mode, and how is it used? Okay. When Unica's boost reaches 100%, press the boost key, TBD, to activate boost mode. Yunica will glow and her abilities will be enhanced. Okay. Skill enhancements. Skills will cost half as much MP to use and will pack a greater punch. Defensive enhancements. Yunica will take only half damage when hit by enemies. Oh, that's pretty useful. So what is our super button? Okay, figured it out. So we have not really learned anything yet, to my knowledge. So right now we're just kind of cleaving through. Not too bad, not too bad. She's exhausted though. Man's voice says nicely done. Presumably this is Shion. Yeah, there we go. Yunica addresses him as Father Superior. I mean, that's TBD. I'm pretty sure we're good. Chat's asking she's supposed to be mid-speed range, right? I mean, that's what the game said. She seemed decently fast. I'm scared how much damage we'll take when we do get hit by something. That's where I know I'm going to be in trouble. Okay, so now Dino and Yulia are here, and they're now formally introducing themselves. So Dino introduces himself as an acolyte of the Solomon Shrine, and Yulia says that she's just his colleague. Fair enough. Yunica says, I'm Yunica Tovo. It's nice to meet you both. Or Tova, excuse me. So now they're asking if we have any relationship to Commander Sal Tova. That sounds like the father. Yunica confirms that. We are apparently living up to our heritage, because our fighting style is gallant and graceful. Chat saying he's from the church, he's gotta be a villain. I mean, there's probably somebody that will betray us by the end of the game. I mean, we can't go through a whole RPG without having at least one character turn on us. I mean, that's not a real RPG at that point, chat. Let's be real. Dino says, were I to wield a battle axe of that size, well, suffice to say, I'd have a hard time keeping my balance, let alone hitting anything. So Yunica admits that she can't use magic. Presumably all three of these users are pretty talented in magic, given their garb, but we'll see how they do. If they even show up later, we'll see. So Shion says this young lady was kind enough to volunteer her services in search of our runaway deities. So I suggest we put forth our best effort to find them, for their sakes, for ours, and for the commander's as well. Yes, the axe is clearly the most graceful of weapons. Not like a sword or a lance, but the giant massive thing you swing around at high speeds. Where at some point, presumably, she's gonna go, we am a tornado, inevitably. I almost guarantee we'll get an attack like that. So now we're asking them where the other knights are, sorcerers. So it seems like these might be the only ones. Just as the surface came in sight, our transport spell was disrupted by some outside force. So it seems like something could counter their magic. So it could be another human or a very powerful demon sorcerer to be seen. So it seems like people were scattered all across the surface. And if people did not have barriers, they probably died. Yulia says, whatever force knocked us from the sky originated from this tower, so we've come to determine who's responsible and for what reason. Xion says that doesn't explain why we're here? Oh, and how we found the tower. Okay, so Yunica just recounted her conversation with the Rototree. Okay, that's fine. So now we basically have just told them that the goddesses are here, and they seem kind of surprised. So the two companions at the back seem kind of innocent, so if Xion's gonna betray people... I mean, he's looking pretty calm and collected about it. He could be the traitor, chat. Either that or she'll dig up... Okay, so the chat is saying either that or her next skill she'll dig up a stupidly large portion of ground as damaging rocks while going, and here we go. It's true. Maybe this is the Sahad ancestry. This is what we're really learning about, chat. So these guys are apparently too weak, so we will probably not be receiving any assistance from them throughout the game. In combat, anyway. So they're saying they're absolutely right. He's asking if he can entrust the task to Dino. Dino says, using the Rototrees as a base, I'll search the area via transport spell and round up everyone I could find. Okay, so he's just gonna help gather some forces. Yeah, only in an RPG can you say, a tree told me to come here, and then they're like, yeah, that made sense. It's very true, chat. Okay, so what is Xion saying? So he's saying there's no guarantee that a situation similar to the one we've just experienced won't reoccur. I'd like for you to remain here with us until the rest of our party member arrives. We agree, but we seem bothered by something, and Xion asks why we look bothered. She says, well, I was kind of hoping you might let me do a little recon just in the immediate area. This is how it all begins, chat. I'd like to get in some combat training, so I don't let my guard down if the situation gets critical. She says, I mean, I'm just an apprentice knight, and with no magic ability whatsoever. Well, I'm just kind of worried I'll get in the way, you know? Oh, look at Xion with his response. He says, admittedly, your reasoning is sound, but I would be remiss to blindly offer consent knowing the risks. Look at that, chat. He seems to sort of care about our well-being, or at least he's putting up a decent front at the moment. And Unica's trying to say we need to learn more about the tower. And she's begging him for us to go on, and he seems to acquiesce. And he said he'll personally explain the situation to Sir Galleon upon his arrival. So we thank him. And apparently there's a condition. He says he insists that we take this with us. What are we receiving? We received crystal. We can hear that little music jingle. It is in, I think, most of the East games. So what is this? He'll show us, apparently. Well, I'm assuming we're going to destroy the statue. The crystal's power purified the demon statue. Oh, so maybe this is how we activate save points / checkpoints. Got it. That makes sense. He says the best way to explain it would be to say that it's been returned to its original natural form. When Ys ascended, several goddess statues were left behind on the surface. It seems the demons have found one, brought it here, and changed it. Though to what end, I cannot say. Oh, Unica's apologizing to the goddesses for not recognizing them, because their visages were all twisted and demonic. Xion says it's safe to assume the other goddess statues have been brought here as well, and likely have met a similar fate. Thus the crystal. If you're to scout the tower, you may well encounter the other statues, and you could purify them. So Yunica says it's kind of like a portable blessing. Xion says it has another function. It can magically transport you to any purified goddess statue within the tower. Okay, so this is also our fast travel. Thank you, Xion. This is a very useful item to receive this early in a game. He says the object itself is enchanted with this ability, so no magic will be required on your part. Also convenient. So we're thanking Father Superior And now Eolia is going to give us another item, apparently. Received Lila Shell? Even Yunica seems surprised. So Eolia says it's another magical item. In this case, it serves as a communication device, allowing us to speak with one another across any distance. No matter where you may be, just talk into the shell. Unless I'm somehow indisposed, I'll hear you. Oh, Eolia, you'll probably be indisposed at the end of the game. Possibly permanently. But we'll see. Maybe the plot twist is she'll make it through chat. She's saying if you find yourself in need of any assistance, please don't hesitate to make use of it. So presumably if there's puzzles or something like that, we can talk to her maybe for hints, or maybe we'll get a little background information as we go forward. Like if we see a painting or something, maybe we could get more information from her. So there we go. We have a communication device, a fast travel system, a way to purify the statues, which probably are also our save points. And Yunica seems to want to say something more, so she says, I know I kind of just stubbornly forced my way into the search party, and now I've actually managed to convince you to let me go off on my own. So I just wanted to say I won't let you down, I promise. Thanks for being so accommodating. I may not ever be as great a knight as my dad was, but I'll do everything in my power to find our goddesses. You can count on me. I hope you'll be able to count on us too. Not likely. I mean, like, you gave us our initial items, but the odds of all three of the characters we just met surviving to the end are pretty low, Chad. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Will someone else pick up the shell? Will Dino pick up the shell when she's indisposed? They gave us everything we needed at the beginning, except for some proper gloves, says Chris. I mean, true. Okay, so saying we can use it to come back to a point of safety. Fair enough. So we got our little hub here. So I can't seem to attack while I'm out and about here. SP, presumably for my skills. I'm supposing what we're seeing is we have a level 1 weapon and a level 1 armor and 2 free slots. So we might get some consumables there. And if I remember correctly, oh, we can save or accept Divine Blessing. Well, let's save first. Then let's see what this does. Oh, SP is like the currency. Oh, I misunderstood. Some of these require quite a lot. I mean, I'm kind of interested in the faster movement one, but wow. It's going to be quite some time. So it looks like we can empower our armor, but we cannot get stronger weapons. So we'll keep that in mind. So right now I'm presuming I'm just in permadash, because there's no button I can press that makes me feel like I'm going faster. So now we're in the Wailing Blue. So we're just going to go ahead and chop our way through these fights. I have a feeling we will not want to skip too many optional fights, though, because we're going to probably come across quite a few hard encounters. So right now things are pretty easy, but we are also not letting the enemy do anything, which is the ideal way of playing a game. Ooh, I was scared that would hit me there. So one thing that makes me a little concerned is I cannot tell how much health these things have. So, like, am I going to be wailing on this for all eternity? Well, we leveled up. So we got a little more health. So actually I didn't take too much damage when we did get a hit. So pretty basic, straightforward game, the older versions. We got a panacea of some sort. Speaking of which... Oh, that is the menu. Oh, chat, that is a weird button for menu. I don't have the option to change that, though, apparently. So we can look at this for topic. So presumably there are 28 or so characters we can meet in the game. We could see different monsters, so we could get a little more insight on them. So even though we defeated them, we're not really given how much health they have. Like, see, we beat Normus, for example, and his stats are completely mysterious. We did get health on the Goblin, though, I suppose. Manual. Okay, so if we want to look at all the tutorials in the game, we could go through here. So there's apparently 13 tutorials. So we'll be able to go into the equipment menu at some point. We'll take a look at that next. Okay, so there was some backtracking that could happen later on. So it sounds like we'll get new accessories that will help us explore further. So we can take a look at our battle axe, which apparently requires considerable strength to wield. And we're wearing just a very simple leather armor, which is made of tanned animal hides, flexible and lightweight. Thank you for stopping by, Greta Knight. Hopefully you had a good time. Yeah, I know, only 13 tutorials? It seems like so little. So this one apparently just increases our max health, so yeah, we should just use that. So it only gave us 3 bonus health, but I mean, we should definitely take whatever we could get. So for me, when I went to go use the menu button, chat, if you were curious what button I had to hit on the controller, it was the right stick. I had to press it in for the menu button, which is a very strange button for an item menu. I will do my best to remember that that is a menu, but it's not a very friendly menu button. Ooh, I took some damage there. So one thing I kind of miss is that I don't seem to be able to dodge roll yet, or maybe I won't learn it at some point, because I like dodging away when I see them kind of doing this. So Yunica says this looks like one of the holy artifacts, but why would the demons have it? So we acquired Ceruleum Flabellum. It says a surge of power bursts forth from the artifact. Yunica was granted the use of the Whirlwind skill. Okay. Artifacts of East bestow mystical skills upon their bearers. Okay, so it says skill attack. Activating skills will launch various attacks. They consume MP. Certain skills can be used to negate magical traps or activate mechanisms. Okay, so we're going to keep that in mind, that the skills have alternate uses. Okay, it's also warning us that some enemies can only be defeated by skill attacks, which is fair. So now we're learning more specifically about Whirlwind. So I'm guessing those 13 tutorials are like the 4 to 6 skills we're going to get for our selected character. So Whirlwind turn... Chat, did I not declare we were just gonna get a Did I not declare we were gonna get a skill that was basically us just going wee and spinning around? Of course, it's literally the first skill we unlocked. Of course it is. Yunica can move freely while in whirlwind form and is dangerous to touch. Gliding. By activating the whirlwind during a jump, you can glide through the air, greatly increasing the distance covered. The whirlwind provides cover for Yunica while radiating razor-like winds in all directions, making it an ideal choice when surrounded by enemies. Skill charge. Charge your skill to unleash a much larger, more powerful whirlwind attack. Charging. After attaining at least 1 emerald, press and hold the skill key for several seconds to charge, then let go. Okay, so Yunica's saying she had no idea there was so much power in this thing. It's not really magic like the Sorceress cast, but it sure is close enough for me. I'll take whatever I can get. That's a good mindset, Yunica. Okay, so that's my skill button. Not the most ideal of buttons, but I think I can work with this. So what's kind of unfortunate is that it kind of mapped them, like if you were thinking of the 4 face buttons, it made my skill button the left button and my jump button the right button. Which I would prefer, since we are using that for jumping, for the skill button to have been the bottom button. personally, but that's fine. We'll work through it. Oh, I fell off of that. So it looks like maybe if we get a high hit count, we get more experience. I'm trying to read what that thing is in the bottom left. I think that is what it is saying. I mean, it does seem to add a lot of hits to us, fortunately. So pretty easy combat so far. But again, we haven't fought a boss, which is where my concern is. So I don't want to get too cocky with it. So now we are coming across a series of 4 steps. I wonder if these are going to rise or if we're going to have to pound them with a different skill at some point. All we could do for now is jump. Oh, they're going to rise. Yeah, I'm curious if Hugo goes through the same dungeon and like the same artifacts, or if he gets stuff unique to his playthrough. Ooh, it like wobbles a little when you do that. So here's the first instance where we're gonna have to use the whirlwind to clear the gap. So that's not a bad way to teach you the mechanic, where you can make it a low pressure thing. Eventually we're probably gonna have to chain those whirlwinds together as we do multiple jumps. Maybe we'll encounter falling floors and things of that nature. For now, we're just kind of breezing through. So we've come across a door, and it's locked tight. We need a key. So that looks like that kind of looks like a boss room. But let's see if we're right. Her whirlwind attack is very strong. I'm kind of holding on to the boost for now, because I'm not sure when we're going to get into a hard fight. But we're definitely doing more damage. I could see we're at 74 health, too. So level ups do greatly impact how much damage we do. This looks like our first boss fight, chat. Yunica's asking what's happening. Got sucked into the center and teleported somewhere else. So not a boss fight then. Looks like a different room entirely. Well, we can purify the statue for now. I'm not seeing things like autosave, so I'm assuming if I straight up die, I will just lose a ton of progress. So we've received a decent amount of SP. So I think what we'll do is we'll play it a little safe, and we'll strengthen our current armor. Our prayers have been answered. So if I take a look back at the equipment, it can only be enhanced once, but we got an additional 1 defense. I guess it's not the worst thing in the world. That poor sorcerer. He was trying to do something. Did not really let him do anything. MP speed 1.4 times. Okay. I mean, we seem to get our green gauge back pretty quickly, which looks to be the MP. I'm assuming blue is the health. And maybe the red meter above that is our experience meter. And again, it looks like every hit I do increases how much experience we have. So if I get a nice combo going, it looks like the reward to that is just lots of bonus experience per kill. Which I guess is not a bad mechanic. I mean, right now it's not too difficult to add hits. But we'll see. Maybe the other enemies will be breaking our combos often. So one thing I'm a little concerned about is that this place is looking pretty big. I mean, we're climbing a tower. But more importantly, chat, I don't see there's a map icon anywhere. That has me a little concerned. So we've leveled yet again. Now, out of curiosity, if we use the shell, what happens here? Yola is asking us if we're alright. So we told her about us being transported to another room. She says, it sounds like the crux of the matter is the pulling force of the vortex. Give me some time to think about it and I'll see what I could come up with. In the meantime, you might as well keep exploring. Okay, so maybe she'll come up with a item for us to use to get past that. So that's good of us to have communicated that. We have a lot of choices here. Again, the downside is that since we've been teleported, I'm not 100% certain where we should be going. I don't see any other ways to go from here, though. So let's just quickly clear those enemies. So we have some platforms we could jump to, but that doesn't really lead to anywhere yet. We have a platform here, but right now we can only jump to those 3 stone columns, so that's not very useful for us either. So for now, all we can really do is maybe go this way and see where this leads us. Otherwise, I'll have to backtrack. Looks like that heals us, potentially. So there's a gate that's firmly shut. I'm not 100% certain what opens it, but I could try killing these things to see if it opens it. Because you never know. It's that RPG trope where just the boss door is sealed until you kill all the minions kind of thing. I'm taking a lot of damage, so I have to be a bit careful how recklessly I'm playing. But yeah, she attacks pretty quickly. It seems like she also gives a decent amount of hit stun too, which is not too bad. Again, I want to just clear all these enemies just to make sure it's not sealed by them. Yeah, mid-speed. Not too bad. No, we might as well use our boost since we're just clearing these guys. And who knows if we're actually going to get in a fight or not. Oops. Does that fall off? Those poor enemies. We're just kind of butchering them at this point. So these are the last couple of enemies, it seems. Ah, so killing them did unlock something. So we have to be very careful. Oh, it springs us up in the air quite fast. Okay, so we can't just go willy-nilly into every room and just rush to the end. So we acquired an emerald, which as we saw before seemed to empower our whirlwind. So I believe that means we can charge it now. So we're going to be getting, it looks like, 3 different skills. So we're going to get a thunder and a fire skill at some point. So those gems associated with the other skills. It says for skill enhancements, even with a single jewel collected, appropriate skill can now be charged. Additional jewels increase the rate of MP recovery and increase its overall power. Okay. So this was an optional find, but I think it was worth it. And that actually also opened up the gate over there. Yeah, we already got it powered up. Yeah, so this is more based off of some of the older games, like how they might play, where it's mostly dungeon-focused. And, like, sometimes they have towns. Like, if we were to play 3, for example, there's, like, a little hub there. But the focus is more, I would say, on the combat and maybe some of the events that happen in the dungeons themselves, rather than just, like, a lot of villagers and maybe politics or something like that. So far, not too bad. Plays pretty fast. We might have gotten another skill, actually. We acquired the Blue Moon Crest. Mysterious voice speaks in a language I do not understand. And she probably does not understand it either. Oh no, if you're a demon, then why don't I feel threatened by you? I actually think you're kind of adorable. Oh no. Are you one of the brews? My grandpa told me about you little guys. Said the vapors outside transform you into demons, but demon or no, you're just too cute. Well, it now has a name, and it did the little emoticon for the sweat marks, so it's probably trying to communicate something to us urgently, but we don't understand it. Yunica saying, if someone from the House of Gemma were here, maybe we'd be able to communicate, but I wouldn't even know where to begin. Oh, it is trying to tell us a lot of things, and we are not understanding any of that. Yunica says, the House Tova has a proud legacy, but I'm afraid demon linguistics just aren't a big part of it. So it will probably follow us to some extent, or maybe we could send it back to the temple. It is apparently hungry. It seems annoyed, I would say, by the final thing that it said, and it asks us some kind of question. We don't have anything to give it, though. Oh, I'm sorry. That is definitely the I'm annoyed emoticon. It hungers for Unica's soul. I mean, maybe. Yunica says, you know, I'm actually starting to feel a bit peckish. I mean, we can't really do anything with this. Let's go into our menu. So this is... I don't know what this does. Depicts the blue moon representing order as it waxes in the heavens. I can only equip one artifact at a time, it looks like. And I can fast travel. Oh yeah, we have quite a while to go. So the Wailing Blue is the 4th floor, but as you can see, chat, that will probably be the end of the game all the way over there. Let's use the shell. Maybe we could get an item if we communicate with the NPCs. No, this is the same dialogue as before. Okay, so we're not going to tell them about the Roo. The Roo seems to be hungry. So we might have to come back to this room at some point. It won't go with us, it seems. Actually, one other thing I should double check. So if we were to equip this, can we understand it? Because I didn't actually put on the other item. No, we still don't understand it. Well, for now, the best we could do is kind of equip this and see if it has a purpose later on. Yeah, some of the... Oh, yeah, Chris is asking, like, the approximate length of the game. So, because it's, like, an older style game, I really think we could probably beat it blind in, like, under 30, I would imagine. I don't think it'll take too long. I think some of the, I would say the more modern ones, which I think might start around 6 in the series, I might just call as, like, the cutoff for modern. Those will be longer in length, generally speaking. And those are more story-driven, I would say, versus dungeon-focused. So we do have the ability to glide here, but I don't see this netting us anything positive, so maybe those columns will be useful later. Like, it seems like we could jump from this to go towards us, but I didn't see any platforms there, so that would be kind of risky to do. So we got a nice little level up there. Yeah, I want to say the older games had like a hit percentage thing where like your first strike was really strong, but if you spammed too much, you did less and less damage. I want to say that was a mechanic. I know a big thing in the East series is that if you stood still, you would start to recover health at a rapid rate. So we saw a little bit of that in Lacrimosa of Donna, but there's just so many better ways to heal in that game that we didn't really lean on that necessarily. So I'm just clearing out these enemies just to make sure that I did not miss anything by not killing them. Fortunately, it seems like we are getting very strong per level up here. So we're killing them in like half the time already. Like, look at that. Like, basically one skill killed that enemy. And the sorcerer went from taking like 3 to 4 a hit to instead like 20. So I'm guessing those little red and blue potions temporarily boost our stats, because I'm seeing things like a strength. Oh, there's no other room in here. So it seems like we will temporarily maybe do 5 extra damage and we'll take 3 less. Yeah, we're kind of sahading through them. It's very true, chat. I mean, this whirlwind skill is just silly. That's the game's fault for giving me that. Yeah, we'll see. I feel like it'll eventually become... I'm not going to say bullet hell, but it's definitely going to be a lot of projectiles I'm going to have to dodge. I'm not sure how many multi-stage bosses there are, but I feel like we'll also fight bigger bosses depending on the game. Like, not quite screen size, but pretty large. Chat's asking if I could use the Crescent Moon thing on the altar in the previous room. I mean, I could just go back and check. We're not that far away. I'm equipping an item, so I'm hoping I get like a prompt if it has something there. I'm not seeing anything too different here. Like, technically, we could go back to the first area. Okay, so it will not give a button prompt, but we can put the blue moon into the altar. And that made the floor give way. So this could be our first boss fight? Question mark. It's a good call, chat. You're on the ball today. So we have leveled a decent amount. We might be okay. Oh, listen to that. The music goes to silence. We land on a pedestal leading to a narrow corridor into a big square room. So I think we all know what that means, chat. Yunica is confused. Ooh, we see other survivors who... I'm sorry, chat. Hold on. Can we talk about this? Does this guy have a triple bandana? Are you serious? Triple bandana, chat. This guy is living on some other anime dimension. I can't even hope to attain that level of anime, chat. I have never seen that before. Spirited Girl is his companion. She's an annoying little runt. How the hell can he even evade us for so long? Doesn't he ever get tired? So maybe they're looking for Rue. There's no way he could have gone much further. I say we keep looking. Muscular Man says, sorry, but I've lost what little interest I've had. There's no glory in catching a sorcerer who'd rather run for cover than stand and fight. Oh, okay, never mind. Maybe they're not looking for the Rue. So they're looking for a worthy opponent. Spirited Girl says, you need to lighten up. It's the thrill of the hunt. Hi, Yunica. You probably don't want to talk to them, but I mean, you could talk to them. We're asking if they're from the search party. Oh, that's so cute. They're wielding, like, huge weapons, and we're like, you're in danger. Like, no, Yunica, we are in danger because you just talked to them. Yeah, they better ... us. Spirited Girl just goes, poof. Spirited Girl laughs and said, is this girl for real? I know, chat. Yeah, we're definitely the hunt. She's a total hick. I mean, kind of. We're in very bad gear for a formal night. I mean, the other guy's at least wearing, like, plate armor and, like, a massive weapon. So we're being asked to identify ourselves if we're friends of the sorcerers. So now we are identifying ourselves with our full name. We're an apprentice of the Holy Knights of Ys. Ooh, they recognize the last name. Ooh, Spirited Girl with a little bit of language there. So they're saying that, we'll say they've got a little runt like you working in service of the goddesses. Guess they must be hurting for help. So now we're asking for them to return the favor. If you've been on the surface this whole time, I guess that means you missed your chance to take refuge in the shrine. Ooh, Muscular Man is just, he's saying it's a little sad. Says it's no... Spirited Girl says it's no fun when they come right up to you and practically beg you to kill them. I mean, Spirited Girl has a point. She has to say, maybe we should try out one of those demon familiars that Zava let us use. Okay, so these are clearly the traitors to our race. So we will probably be dueling one of these, or excuse me, both of these characters at some point, but one of them is going to pull out a familiar. Oh, Yunica, they're bad people. Come on, Yunica. What do you mean you don't know what they're talking about? Well, he actually just straight up told her. I mean, that was very kind of him. I mean, she seemed kind of dense with the plot, but their goal is to capture the goddesses and kill any interlopers. Those are his orders. Yunica, what other goddesses would he be talking about? Come on, Yunica, do you hear yourself? Why are you asking if they mean the Lady Rhea and Lady Fina? Of course they do. Are you not taking it seriously? Yeah, that's enough chatter out of you, Yunica. I agree, Spirited Girl. Coming to this tower will be the last mistake you ever make. Oh, she's summoning a demon familiar for us to fight. Hello. Oh. You are a very strange creature. I'm just looking at its face and the massive fangs it has. Are those bat ears? There's a lot to take in with this creature. It has like a massive spine, almost like a dragon. Yeah, that is definitely a creature design. Spirited Girl's like, have fun. Thanks, Spirited Girl. We wanted to see what a boss fight was like, which I might regret very soon. It is definitely a creature design. Interesting boss music too. And it turns into a whole bunch of bats, which we can repel with the whirlwind attack, but can't damage it until it forms itself again. So unfortunately, we are not doing a lot of damage at all, so I better spin to win out of there. So let's run around to regenerate our MP a little bit. Ooh, wow, that did a lot of damage. That's not good. So I will not win this War of Attrition with this monster. So we're out of there. I'm trying to bait its attack a little bit, but it's... I was not expecting a Flame Breath. This is not good, chat. Huh. I might have to use the boost. So it seems like if we don't have Whirlwind, we are in big trouble. So unfortunately, chat, I think I might be slightly too low level to beat this boss. It definitely looks like we can beat it. I just feel like our damage total is just way too low. Huh. Yeah, we died. We'll retry. Where will this put us, out of curiosity? Oh, just immediately back in the boss fight. Okay. Well, chat, welcome to East. This is the kind of game I was expecting, where the boss fights would be kind of ridiculous. I'm trying not to get greedy with the strikes. I definitely want to conserve some MP. Okay, so we could dodge that without using the Whirlwind if we time it right. So I haven't been hit too much, so now that I've observed his pattern, I think I could get a lot of damage in on him. Yeah, like we got a lot of free hits there, but I took some damage for that. So that was questionably worth it. The downside is we lost our focus. See, I'm kind of scared of him doing the claw swipe because that did a lot of damage there. But if we play it safe, it's not too bad. But you can see what I mean. Like, I'm used to these games just absolutely annihilating you the first time you're in a boss fight. And to be fair, that did oh, I took the flame breath. That's not good. Yeah, I probably would have preferred to level 1 more time just to get slightly more damage a hit. Because only doing like 2 damage a hit is just way too low, honestly. So let's just circle. So pretty straightforward boss fight. Let's hit him with a powered up Whirlwind. Ooh, yeah, see, I took damage for that. Oh! He changed his pattern there. That was sneaky. And kind of unwelcome, honestly. So we're gonna play it really safe. I think we can beat him. But yeah, definitely want to make sure we level. Because as you can see, it will take a while if we don't do the right thing. Ooh, I took a lot of damage there. Wow, the bats are all over me. Oh, he split. What? No, I don't want that. Go away. Stop that. Well, we're gonna give him some time to do some flame breath, so that we're now in a new phase. Which is not entirely welcome, honestly. But we'll kind of do some hit and runs. We definitely do not want to get hit by his fire breath. So if I game over here, then all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna level, honestly. Like I will literally just go level. As you can see, the game is not very kind to us at the moment. So we're gonna take whatever hits we can get. We obviously do not want to take that attack or we will 100% die. But the boss is pretty low on health. It's just a shame that I got hit by that one fire breath, honestly. See, I'm kind of glancing off of him because if that attack hits us, we will 100% die. I'm so scared to combo. You have no idea, chat. I'm so scared. Because he will do one of two attacks, but the claw one is much harder to react to. Fortunately, he's very low on health. Oh, that was really greedy. I got really lucky I did not get punished for that, honestly. We're going to punish this form. Again, I don't want to get greedy. I'm just going to hit him once. We're going to walk away. I have enough for one whirlwind. This might be enough to kill the boss. But unfortunately, I think the bats are between us and victory. Ooh, that was really close. I just realized I did not have whirlwind there. So I went to go use the skill and nothing happened. So we should be good. There we go. Beat it. She says, I don't know how I did it, but I did it. But who in the world were those two? Well, one of them basically told us. Why would they be hanging with demons? Plus, why would they want to capture goddesses? They're not nice people. It happens sometimes. Okay, let's see if we get any unique dialogue for this one. Oh, really? We're still getting the same dialogue? That's a little disappointing. We can't even tell them about the boss. That's a shame, chat. Also, I'm not sure if jump attacking would have made any difference there, but I felt pretty good about our whirlwind strat. So we acquired a bronze key for our trouble. We acquired a mask of eyes. Okay, let's determine what that does. Accessory. Magical mask. Allows its wearer to see hidden passages and objects, but hides living creatures. Ooh, that's risky. So, I mean, we'll put it on right now, just to see. Oh, it kind of makes everything black and white. Okay, this looks familiar. I know where we are here. So maybe, remember there was those columns that kind of went into the middle of nowhere? I wonder if there was an alternate path we could have gone to. Okay, we are absolutely killing these enemies now. That is a shame. See, what I'm kind of missing is I wish there was a quick swap for these items. So now I don't know where the enemies are. So we're just going to walk around like this for a little bit. There should be some enemies near the steps, so I should be careful. Yeah, so far I'm not seeing anything. Does chat just like how I felt where the enemy was? I knew, chat. Oh, I knew there was another guy over here. Get out of here. Listen, if I keep swiping forward, it's kind of safe. Speaking of which. This is where we first got the whirlwind skill, so we went in kind of a big loop. Was there anywhere else we could have gone in the previous area, though? I think not. So that was a turret. So that was the place where we jumped across. Oh, does it fall off? See that, chat? We don't need to see the enemies. I just have to believe. Like, it's all about trust, chat. Out of curiosity, if we do it from up here... Oh my god, she has Sahad Flight, chat! She has it! Oh, that's so unfair. Wait a minute. She goes way further than I thought with that skill. That's not fair. See, this is why we gotta experiment. She is Sahad. This is fact. So there's the door we couldn't open up before. We got a bronze key. So presumably we should be able to go up here now. But I'm gonna kill this guy because, again, we need experience. I don't want to grind on like the weaker enemies, but it doesn't hurt to get some stat bonuses heading into the next area. Let's use the bronze key. Okay, so now we're in a totally new area. Hello, bats. One of the most dreaded enemies in this game. Or at least the series, I feel. Man, they get so annoying when they're in there. Fortunately, we didn't have to do a lot of that with that in Lacrimosa, but I remember I was playing one of the older games on SNES, and those things like kamikaze dive bombed you, and they would just fly in and out of the screen. I hit the wrong button for the menu. That cost me my focus gauge. That's unfortunate. Hey, secret area. Boys says, I know you. You're Yunica Tova, right? Oh, so he's aware of what the mask does. She says, I recognize you from the search party. Okay, so we found another inhabitant. Bespectacled youth. He says, same, and let me tell you, it's a relief to find a friendly face in here. I'm Rico Gemma. Oh, hey! Hey, we learned that if we had somebody from the Gemma household, we could talk to Rue. So maybe he's going to allow us to communicate with the creature. Although, that doesn't help us too much because we still don't have food. So we have like half of the equation. So now we're asking him how he ended up here. Said he found himself slumped a heap right outside the tower. He'd figure he'd take a peek inside, and when he did, he caught a glimpse of some people heading up the stairs. Naturally, I assumed they were part of the search party, so I followed them, but that turned to be a bad idea. And now he's injured. Okay, so he has some healing magic. So he's just waiting for the wound to close. But he can't really walk around until that happens. So now we're asking if the people he saw were the muscular man and the woman with all kinds of tattoos. And he says, how did we know? And we just acknowledge that we had seen the same two pair. They taunted me, then summoned some kind of big demon that chased me all over the tower. Poor Rico. Yunica says, I can't imagine how a human being would be able to exercise that kind of control over demons, though. Rico says, I don't know, but one thing's for sure, we've got to watch our backs in here. Well, so far things are going not too poorly. I mean, we had the classic East boss death. I mean, like, that's what I thought was going to happen constantly in Lacrimosa of Dada, so we avoided it because it's a more modern game, but yeah. We're going to get some no mercy boss fights, chat. We will not have the ability to spam healing items to ignore them. It will be some rough times, I think, towards the end, but I think we'll get through it. Yunica agrees that it could be really bad, because they're looking for the goddesses. Yunica explained the situation to Rico, beginning with the information given to her by the Rhoda tree. They're very accepting of the Rhoda tree. She's very lucky, chat. He says, every detail you told me just makes me more nervous than the last. If the goddesses truly are in this tower, then someone is clearly targeting them. So I guess he's trying to move still, and he keeps not opening the wound, but not making things better. Yunica says, so far the demons on these lower floors haven't posed much of a challenge. Oh, Yunica, I got bodied by that boss. Don't try to sugarcoat it for me, Yunica. It's fine. But yeah, we do have to push further. There's a lot of other places we could go. Okay, so he's saying he cannot help us directly, but here's an item. We received blue necklace. He says, what's this? It's a protective talisman handed down from generation to generation. It has the power to weaken the pool of wicked magic, so it might help you overcome any traps our enemies have set. Okay. So maybe this might be enough to get past that first teleport room? So we'll keep that in mind. So he's just going to be here for the time being. I'm assuming he's just kind of here forever. But in the meantime, we might as well put it on, because it makes us immune to certain types of traps. So it looks like some of the invisible paths might be marked, because we can see that that one has like a strange symbol on the wall. Oh, we actually dizzied him. So that's interesting. So if I don't have the mask on, I'm actually not allowed to come back through here. So that's good to know. We can't just blindly find secret passageways. So what happens if I like partially step inside and then do this? What happens? Oh, okay, I'm still allowed to walk through it. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm surprised he didn't... I don't know. We didn't talk about Rue or anything. So that was kind of strange. Please don't break the game yet. It's true. I'll try not to, chat, but we'll see. So, looks like we got a doorway there. This bronze key only led to this one area, so that's a little disappointing. But maybe we'll keep an eye out for some of the walls, if any of them look suspicious, as it were. I do think the charge whirlwind is kind of useful. So I'll probably be abusing that. Like there, I was just charging it briefly, and it seems to be strong enough to insta-kill them. I'm assuming when she glows white is when it's fully charged. So yeah, so the only thing I can think of at the moment is that we were in the room, this room we couldn't get by before, so are we allowed to ignore this room now? No. So that seems like that will lead to a lot of progress at some point. Oh, I just wasn't wearing it. Oops, I forgot I took it off. That wasn't my bad, chat. But speaking of which, we could maybe take use of another ability. So instead of walking out throughout the entire dungeon, I think what we should do is go into our inventory. Let's go back to the tower base. Maybe we could pick up another item, for example. So we could just talk in general. So Dino found some knights, apparently. So presumably we'll get it like a collection of like 12 or 14 characters, and this will be our home base for now. So I guess we should take a look at the blessing list. If we get more SP, we can increase the stationary heal rate, so that's good to know. I don't think it'll work in boss fights, but I guess I could try that next time. I didn't really think about that. Reduce damage from terrain. I think the other one I kind of want to rush towards is the increased SP gain, just so we could get the other ones better. Or other ones faster. But for now, I guess we'll just reset it. We already know there's nothing really here of interest. Unfortunately, with our charge skill, we are very much decimating these enemies. And it seems like when I charge it, the blades linger for longer. Like, see how I'm no longer dashing forward, but it still does damage? I think this is a pretty solid starting skill. I'm kind of surprised, honestly, that we got a skill like this so early. But I guess if there's not too many skills in general, it makes sense. There we go. We'll do a nice little double tap of the whirlwind just to make sure. Those poor enemies. We're just completely decimating them at this point. I don't even think they're worth our time, so I'm just gonna keep going. Alright, so I'm gonna make sure that I have it equipped. We learn from our mistakes. I do have it. So maybe I have to kill these things to turn it off. So that's one down. That's two down. Let's charge up our next whirlwind to do a lot of hits. And we can attack while the other whirlwind's floating there, and that seems to have disabled the trap. So that was a good assumption. Now that barrier is gone. So she's looking around. She says, not bad, Rico, not bad at all. Your family is awesome. She's wondering who set the trap. She thinks it could be the thugs. She said they seem strong, but that was pretty sophisticated magic. There's no way either of them could be that good. Well, they did mention a third name, so it's probably him. Young man's voice says Yunica. Uh-oh. Hello, blue-haired person. Oh, his name is Roy. Woman's voice. Oh no, it's good to see you're still in one piece. Oh no, chat. Oh, we got one pieced. every time, chat. Just I feel so happy when we see that in a game. I feel like we're not playing a true game until we get one pieced in a dialogue. I just love it. So we have Ramona and Roy. So the two are knights. He says, I don't think you're the one who should be worrying here. Wow, do you have no shame at all? Wow, Roy is just calling us out. Yunica says, this is a fine how do you do. Roy says, don't you dare interrupt me when I'm talking to you? Wow. Wow, I think he's pulling the trump card on us in terms of job titles. Oh, there, exactly. He says, you're just an apprentice. You weren't even supposed to be in the search party to begin with. You practically forced your way in. Which is true. So he says, so what in the world made you think it was okay to go wandering around the demon stronghold alone? Yunica says she's trying to gain some combat experience. She'd like to be useful. I mean, we did level a little bit. In her defense, we did become strong enough to actually take out a big demon. She says, besides, Father Superior gave me permission, so I don't know why you're on my case. I followed protocol. Wow. Roy says, combat experience my butt. You did this because the goddesses are in here somewhere, and you know it. I mean, yeah, that's kind of why we're there. He says, whenever those two are involved, you completely lose sight of reality. You don't think, you just act. I bet it never even crossed your mind that little stunt of yours might have the Commander Galleon and Ramona worried sick. An apprentice should behave like an apprentice, darn it, not like some blowhard pioneer. Wow, we're... And then we're calling him out, he's just a novice. He's not even a captain, get out of here, Roy. Oh, and he's only 1 year older, too. She's like, when are you gonna stop treating me like a little kid? When you stop acting like one? Wow. I have a feeling Chad is gonna be a-okay with Roy being sacrificed later in the game, I'm just saying. Roy's kind of asking for it. He says, so what was it you wrote on your enrollment form when asked why you wanted to be a knight? And then he says, quote, because I love Ladies Rhea and Fina. Wow. Poor Yunica, getting teased. Ramona says, alright, that's enough of you two. Out of you two. Okay, Ramona, dial Roy down a few notches. We just got to know him as a player. Like, just take it down a little, Roy. Chill out. This Roy is not our boy. Good call, chat. Ramona says, I know you practically grew up together, but this is neither the time nor place for your little schoolyard quarrel. Yunica says we didn't grow up together. Ramona goes, well, whatever the case may be, you need to consider your surroundings. We're here for a common goal, and we need to work together. We'll do a better job of finding the goddesses if we can all cooperate. Yunica says, I guess you're right, sorry. Ramona goes on to say, now right as we're walking in, you were mumbling something about 2 punks setting up a trap. Would you mind filling us in on the details? Oh, don't tell her about the tree. Yunica, don't talk to them about the tree, Yunica. Everything that happened since her arrival in the tower. Oh! She didn't mention the tree, because they said since her arrival. Unica's learning, chat. Yunica has evolved. Roy says, why would anyone else be looking for the goddesses? Well, probably to steal their magic. I mean, this isn't rocket science, guys. Come on. Ramona says, we could have a real situation on our hands here. We should discuss this with Father Shion. Roy says, I'm also concerned about Rico Gemma. I understand he's in a safe room, but he's injured and alone. So Ramona's saying Roy should go for him. As for you, Yunica, I believe you've had enough training for one day. I want you to return to home base immediately. Wow, we got grounded, chat. We got only a few floors in, and they're like, nope, go back to base. Poor Yunica. So once Rico is safe and secure, we'll be right behind you. I'm shaking my head, chat. Then we can all get our facts straight and formulate a plan of attack. Okay, chat, what are the odds that some of these characters are going to die really soon? What do you think, chat? Do you think Roy's going to sacrifice himself for us in a dramatic moment in the near future? Oh, Roy's saying don't get sidetracked. We're going to get sidetracked. Oh, they just left us. They didn't even force us to go back? Like, they're just like, hey, Yunica, you should go back. And we went, okay. Yunica, ignore them. Yunica, develop independence, Yunica. There we go. Waiting around at the base of the tower sounds really tedious. Maybe I'll just explore a teensy bit further. Yunica knows, chat. Watch Roy be the character that doesn't die. It's true, chat. That could happen. Wow, that just goes so high in the air. I do not like the flying enemies. They just kind of weave in and out of different heights. Goodbye, enemy. Okay, so if I do the landing strike, it does seem to stun enemies. I'll have to keep that in mind. So we seem to have a floating platform up ahead. We should briefly put on the other item just to see if we see any hidden passages. So we have something nasty down there that did not seem to take any damage from us. So what did I hit while flailing around there? Oh. Oh, I don't want anything to deal with that, chat. So this is the, oh, you messed up in platforming, now you die section. Got it. Oh no! It moved me forward a set distance. That was not very nice. Actually, wait a minute. What is that? Is that a secret? That's not a secret passageway. That's less nice. Okay, so in the air, it forces you to go a certain distance forward. It doesn't, like... Once I go forward, if I hit back, I don't go backwards. I just hover in place. So maybe what I should do is something like this instead. Yeah. Not the most efficient usage of MP, but we got through it. We acquired leather boots from our ordeal. So let's take a look at our equipment. So they add 6 to our defense. Our current defense is 54, so that'll put us at 60. Leather boots, which fits quite snugly but aren't practical for combat. Well, we're slightly tankier at least. That is scary to make as a jump. That's actually kind of hard to do. So this is the room where we have to practice the platforming with the whirlwind. This is what I was concerned about. Like, getting to this one is not a big deal. But stopping on that one is really scary. I'm gonna wait a little bit for MP to recover, just in case I miss a jump. So let's continue forward for now. So lots of gold knights I can't really seem to do a lot of damage against. Oh wow, these enemies' health totals are insane. Stupid bat. Okay, we did kill one of the sorcerers eventually. I mean, it seems like I'm able to do some damage to them, as long as I don't hit them directly from the front. Okay, so we did eventually kill one, which is nice. It seems like if I hit them from the front, I'll bounce off their shield. So there we go. They can die eventually, which is good. So we have another symbol on the wall. I'm not sure if that's a secret passage or not, but it's a little risky to use it at the moment. Seems like this enemy is very vulnerable to being circle strafed. So as long as we keep rotating around, it's not too difficult. But unfortunately, I'm being distracted by the sorcerer, so I'd prefer he go away. Man, that sorcerer has so much health. I mean, we've almost leveled. I'm kind of hoping we could get a level off of these kills. But you can see, like, if you try to speed rush past everything, we just stop doing damage after a while, which is kind of annoying. Poor enemies. So we've killed another gold knight. Hopefully we could get some more time on that sorcerer. So let's try to bait him into attacking. There we go, got the kill. So we didn't quite level, but I'm very curious about this wall. Okay, so it's not every wall that has a symbol necessarily means the secret passageway. But maybe we could kill a couple of slimes, because we're very close to leveling. Speaking of which, because if we could even just go from doing 2 damage to like 3 damage, that would just be such a massive damage increase. Oh yeah, see, we're already doing a ton more damage to the knights. Look how fast that went, chat, comparatively. Like, levels mean a lot in these series. So we're coming across another door. That sorcerer is taking a lot more damage from us in general. Yeah, unfortunately, it seems like we don't have a clear way to upgrade our weapon. I'm kind of scared to go into that door if it's a boss fight. I'm hoping this will not lead to a boss fight. So we're in some kind of prison. It looks like coming over here was probably for the best. We acquired a beast medallion. What does this do? She says, gives me a creep, so it looks like part of a larger relief, so maybe it's some kind of key. Is the door gonna close on us? Okay. Well, I'm glad we leveled, chat, because this would have been a nasty encounter. So these enemies are super aggressive, which is kind of not good, because we're in a tight area. So, not my preferred fight location for these guys. It's a little hard to see them. I'm taking some damage, I'm noticing. Oh, I just took a lot of damage there. Let's... I'm trying to see if I could recover health by standing still, but it's not happening. Yeah, I got killed. Man, that was not very friendly. Okay, I hit retry, but I think we kept our items? No, I didn't. I kept my level, though. Yeah, that was just kind of unfair, honestly speaking. Like, that was just like, I just couldn't see what was happening in there. So, I did keep my experience, though. I didn't keep the items I got, though, which is kind of annoying. So I'm gonna have to level off of some of these enemies a bit more, I think. I mean, I thought I was going at least killing every room we came across was decent. Oh yeah, this was one of the rooms I wanted to double check, I think. See, nah, I think I would see something if it was there. So I think what we'll do is we'll try to go back to that one room we were in. Now, if I put on the mask here, is there something like a hidden platform here? That's where I was curious. Stupid sorcerer. See, this seems like there could be something there, but I'm not seeing it. Like, this was the other room I was thinking about, chat. But it doesn't seem like there's anything there. So we are getting an okay amount of SP, which is good to know. If I get, like, injured again, I want to see how quickly we can recover health by standing still. Yeah, because we went up here, that boinged us up here, then we took the chest that's here. We have 1,000 SP, which is not too bad. We might be able to get a upgrade off of this. But for now, let's continue this way. I don't think there's anything we might... I'm not sure. Well, I'm not going to say we won't find anything, because with the Mask of Eyes, we're not really sure. Okay, I think this is the room with the suction, right? No, this is back to Rue. I don't want to go to Rue yet. Never mind. Okay, so let's go back the way we came. If I can get one more level, I might be in a good position. I'm thinking. This enemy needs to go away, though. Oh, speaking of which, I don't think I ever stepped on... I don't think I ever went this way, and I see I didn't step on the switch. So what does this do? Okay, so there seems to be another passageway I could go over here. So, not bad. We're still getting things by backtracking. And what is in this chest? Acquired a Rhoda fruit. Well, we saw the Great Tree before. What does this do? Favorite food of the sacred animals known as the Ruse. Well, I guess we could go feed it. We still don't understand its language, but maybe Genma will be back at the base if we do this. Man, I just love how far you could go with the spin to win. Okay, Rue, we don't really understand. We're gonna give it the Rhoda fruit. It's excited. We got the heart icon. It's saying a lot of things we still don't understand. So he gave us a piece of ore. Maybe he improved our weapon? Oh, that's probably why the other area was so hard. Probably because I didn't get this upgrade. But do you see what I mean, chat? Like, you miss one thing and it's like difficulty. Like, merciless. So unfortunately we don't have the translator. So I'm wondering if we were to play this again and wait until we get the translator, if we could actually understand his dialogue and see a different scene. Paul print. So he'll still be here. He seems to be saying the same line as dialogue as before. So our weapon is now level 2. Can we see what that did to us? It's now at 28 strength. But again, if we were even just doubling our damage in general, that would save us a lot of time. I mean, that's pretty fast. So if we get like one more level, I think we could probably take the other enemy. So what else have we not done? Goodbye, sorcerer. Guess we could check one last time to see if there's anything hidden here. Nope. Okay, let's go back this way then. Poor sorcerer. Alright, so if I stand still, how quickly do I heal? How long does that have to take? Or is it not letting me recover because I'm technically in a dungeon? So that was also a thing in the older games, is like I could stand still in town and recover health quickly, but when I'm in the dungeon itself, it won't let me heal. So maybe this is still counted as too dangerous. That is a distinct possibility. Wow, we are just so strong, chat. See that? Remember them? They took like 15, 16 hits. Now we're just kind of breezing through them. Yeah, we're gonna get any free kills we can get on the way there, I think. Wow, that upgraded Hurricane is putting in the work. So this is the room we were in before. Then we drop down into the boss fight room. I guess we could see if the other knights went here. So we'll just keep going. That poor enemy. That poor enemy just exploded in the corner. This is kind of a massacre, chat. I mean, just look at this. Goodbye. We're gonna collect our free cash on the way to the next area. Right, this is where we got the whirlwind skill. I'm not sure yet if we get more... No, that's not useful. I was trying to see if we got extended jumps by attacking, but I have to be careful about when I press it. I don't think it's as prominent as it is in Lacrimosa of Dana, which we just played. So I have to be a bit careful with that. So we went through here before. This is where the secret passage was. I'm just curious if they are actually there or not. Just to see if we could get an extra scene with them. Ah, see, they're not there anymore. Oh no, he's still here. So we somehow beat the knights here, so I'm not sure where they went, chat. So maybe when Rico goes back to the home base, he'll give us the ability to talk to the Rue, presumably. I'm assuming we don't have to find his father. And again, this attack has just become so strong at this point. Thank you, upgrades. So yeah, we're just gonna murder our way forward. So fortunately, the game... Oh. Seems like we have to re-kill this. I guess because technically we haven't... I'm assuming that this will go away permanently if I were to not die, but we have to find another statue. Oh yeah, we're doing so much more damage compared to before. It's like night and day. They actually die in one charge skill now. Yeah, because technically I game overed, so I'd have to refight like things on the way there. It seems to have like some mercy with the checkpoints and the bosses, which is good, because if I had to walk all the way to the boss, losing to a boss fight, I would feel so sad. So that's probably why the other dialogue was there. So unfortunately, there seems to be no skip button. Hello, Roy. We meet again. So I'm gonna say that's definitely a downside with some of the older games. You have to sit through the dialogue again. Poor Roy. We're gonna ignore you. It's fine. We know you're a jerk. Roy is not our boy, chat. There seems to be no fast skip, unfortunately, so I'm just kind of mashing through. Yeah, this cutscene is really long, too, for number presses. Because this does not auto-advance or anything, for clarity. Like, I do have to just keep mashing it until it goes away. So, maybe if I go backwards now, we could get a bonus scene? So it kept our level at least, because that would have been terrible. If we lost everything like a classic East game would have done, that would have been like... I'll be like, okay game. So I was gonna say, I haven't played a game like that in quite some time that made me restart quite as hard as that. Well, we'll go ahead and get these kills. We're halfway to the next level. Bats. They're the worst, chat. Okay, now are they here? Oh, they are here. So all they're saying is for us to go back to base. Yunica says there's no pleasing them. It's very true. Okay, so she's saying the mask creeps are out. So he's just reminding us to use the mask. Oh, apparently the artifact was originally his family's. Okay, we got a little more lore with it. So he's just saying we could keep it for now. That would explain how he knew how the artifact worked. That makes more sense. That makes more sense. Well, we're keeping it for now. So we got a little extra scene there. You know, that's not too bad. Stupid bats. They know what they did, chat. So we are very close to leveling again. So I'm gonna hit these enemies just so we need less of the harder kills. Like maybe killing some of the slimes should put us in a good position. Yeah, apparently we as the player can see that it's called the Mask of Eyes, but to her it's just the strange creepy artifact that she decided to put on her face for some reason. She's like, what are curses? And just puts it right on her face. So we got some healing for that last kill. We should be able to get a level up here, I would think, at this rate. Man, that just does so much more damage, chat. Look at that, they're basically dying in one skill again. Speaking of which, let's see how we do on the rematch of these guys. Oh, wow, they die in one skill now. Oh, that would have been nice, right, chat? Hey, we leveled. Oh yeah, we definitely just needed that upgrade. Much better, right chat? You see the difference? One level, one weapon upgrade. They now die in one skill instead of like 6 skills. So this is a very level dependent game. So if we don't want to be super miserable, we should probably... Oh, I was gonna say, I don't think I actually got... Oh, we lost the leather boots. That's right. I totally forgot about that. I'm glad I went back. Well, we have 3 more defense than before, so it seemed like we gained 3 defense on that level up. So that's good to know. Ooh, that was scary to make that jump. So we should take 3 less. So instead of 17, we'll take 14 damage from the same enemy we fought earlier. Which, I mean, it does add up. Again, we're gonna take every opportunity to kill these guys, because we definitely need the levels. Oh, he clipped me with that. That's annoying. What a jerk. Oh, and that sorcerer died in one skill as well. Yeah, that's a big difference. Thank you, weapon upgrade. So we're gonna have to be very careful not to miss any upgrades. As we could see, it makes such a big difference. So there's the path up here I was scared to even go to. We're like so close to leveling. I'm not sure if it's worth getting another level or not here. I definitely do not want to go in that ominous door without saving. I might even like... see, my concern is just like, where is the saving statue? Like, if we got that, I would feel a lot better. Yeah, now we're just kind of annihilating them. That feels good. Yeah, right now I feel like I'm maybe like one level above where I should be. I would agree, chat. I do feel a lot stronger. So this is kind of a forced fight, but now we know we need to use focus. And again, we've gone up a level. We've gotten stronger in general. Actually, I think technically 2 levels. So this should hopefully be a lot smoother. Yeah, that already seemed like that did a lot more damage. One of them already died, so that's much better than before. Much better, chat. Much, much better. So what does the Beast Medallion do? She said it thought it looked like a key. So it ended up in our normal inventory. Beast Medallion. Found in the Wailing Blue area, the engraving depicts a creature with 2 huge arms. So we have a general inventory and an equipment inventory area. So we could get 3 more skills. Presumably we'll toggle which skill we need to use. So we didn't get any healing in return of that, but we did get really close to leveling again. Honestly, it might be worth leveling off of these guys. Our goal is to basically charge up our skill for max damage, just because that whirlwind follow-up is really gross. Oh, we got healed from that. Yeah, I think it's worth actually just grinding a little bit here, just to get that level. Because as you saw, that does make a really big difference. And if we were in a boss fight, I'd rather get the 2 extra damage a hit, given how fast we attack. You know, the mid-speed fighter. There we go, we leveled. So we got 4 extra health, and we got another 3 defense, and presumably another 3 damage a hit. So I'm feeling pretty good, chat. So we have a bit more of a safety margin. So what does this switch do? Ah, it opens the probably boss door. I guess I didn't really think of what that image really looked like before, but I guess it's kind of like a spider, right, chat? Would you say? We'll take another look at the symbol. I don't think I really discussed it when we were going through here. Oh wow, we are so strong. Yeah, we are a much stronger, chat. This feels so good. Remember, we were doing like single-digit damage, like just like ones and twos to the sorcerer. But I think I see some 13s in there occasionally. Yeah, that was like a 12. So we almost have focus. If this is a boss fight, I guess we'll go forward. So let's take a look at it again. Yeah, it's like a spidery kind of thing. So we have to figure out a place to put the Beast Medallion to continue. But for now, we're just climbing the outside of the tower. So if I stand still here, do I regen health? I do. It's very slow. Okay. So these are kind of like the safety areas to help us get through. So we're going to definitely want to pump that speed up a bit so that we're not just waiting for all eternity to heal. It seems the enemies can also sometimes drop health ups, which is nice. And I guess like the red versions are like the harder versions of the normal enemies. As I see, they take a lot more hits. So we are coming across a save point finally. Jeez, there we go. It's been a while since we saw one of those, right, chat? Okay, so now we should be able to access the save point, which we most definitely want to do before we enter that very ominous giant door. So the save point will also heal us, which is nice. But I think what we'll do for now is, why don't we try communicating on the shell to see if we get any new dialogue, and then we'll head back to the home base. Yunica, I just learned something disturbing. The demons are trying to take over the Solomon Shrine are coming from this very tower. Well, yeah. Wait, we told her that. No. Come on, Yola, step it up. There's no telling what you may find in here. I'm like, no, we told you that. We told you the tree told us that. Let's all roll our eyes, chat. She didn't believe us on the tree talk. Shame on her. Oh, they're in slightly different positions. Hello. The 6 priests along with the remaining knights and sorcerer are fighting for their lives up there. Yeah, we haven't come across anybody else yet, but we'll see. Ramona and Roy are reputed to be first-class knights in spite of their young age. I'm certain that Dina will locate the others as well. We gotta prepare ourselves for the trials ahead. So no new people have come here yet. But since we're here, we might as well accept a divine blessing. We can strengthen our current leggings. I think that would be a very wise decision. So let's take a look at our leggings, which I assume would be the boots. So plus 6 defense. Let's enhance them. So they give it another defense. But hey, chat, you know what? If we could take just even one less damage, it adds up. So now let us use our crystal to teleport back to the Beast's Chamber. So we've made it to the 5th floor of the tower already, it seems. And now that we have I'm gonna call it the focus gauge maxed, let's see how we do. Let's use the Beast Medallion. Are we gonna come across just a monster, the 2 thugs, a new character? I mean, we know there's a big bad wizard that's given them their trinkets. The Beast's Chamber. Very ominous boss room, chat. Ooh, look at that, the retracting bridge so we can't escape. Oh, Yunica, excuse me, never stand in the middle of a circle like that. You are inviting terrible things to happen to you. I like the kind of snake-like design along the floor. Yunica says, seems like I've caught a lucky break. No demons, no crazy interlopers, just a lot of empty space. Oh, Yunica, you're so naive. She says, good place to set up a camp. All this fighting's been wearing me out. I could use a breather. Wow, Yunica. She's like, and if I'm wrong, strike me dead. And at that moment, fate had been tempted too many times, and it just snuffed her. Oh, hello. Oh. It's a Wrigley demon. It's got 2 sets of mouths. It's got multiple hands. So I'm assuming we have to jump attack it at some point. I'm going to assume the top part is the weak point, but what else can we ascertain? So its hands are probably... I'm not sure if we can hit them and knock them over, or if they'll be immune to damage. We'll have to see. So she says I'll never be able to beat this thing. Oh, she says I have to. It's true. We have to beat it. Yeah, see, I was expecting the monsters to get gradually larger, but we've definitely upgraded from the last fight. She's asking the goddesses for the blessings, and for her dad to give her strength. Melagunder, the gangly beast. Oh, it is drawing a giant old laser on my face. Okay, I think I'm understanding its pattern pretty well. I don't feel like I'm doing any damage to it, which is scary, but that could just be because its head has to hit the floor. Yeah, like, is it gonna fall over now? Oh, maybe I could climb the I could climb the arms. Oh, shoot, that's not what I wanted to do. That was bad. Okay. So its arms are like a staircase. Got it. Oh, are those things damaging on the floor, by the way? I'm kind of scared to find out. Oh, I could pop the bubbles with my weapon. That's good to know. Oh, we are not going anywhere near that, chat, if we can avoid it. Ooh, I took some fire damage there. Oh, I charged a little too long. That was greedy. Alright, so I can pop the bugs, which I could kind of do. Okay, there we go. So the whirlwind is pretty useful here. Oh, I don't want to be part of that at all. Okay, so it ate the bugs. It seems like our whirlwind. Oh, I have some kind of weird control going on. I think the floor is slippery due to the bugs. If you're wondering what was happening there, chat. So this isn't going too terribly, but it's gonna get more complicated. So let's just kind of whirlwind through. Yeah, see, I'm like sliding around. I have to be very careful. It definitely seems very safe to kind of whirlwind in and out. Oh, I did not manage to dodge that. That sucks. Okay, I think I stunned it again. So one more wave and we should beat it. So I'm at half health. He's at quarter health. He almost died. I think if I didn't mess up that other wave, he would have died. So I'm just gonna do this to pop the bubbles. We're gonna do that to dodge, hopefully. Ooh, I didn't dodge. Not good. So now the floor is like super sticky, which is very unfortunate. Oh, come on, really? That sucks. Chad, I ran out of MP at the worst time. I would have been fine if I had one more MP. That sucks. I was pressing it like I just was mashing it to get the skill back, but I think we could beat it this time. I don't think it was a hard fight, it's just more... It's more I didn't realize how much the floor became slippery. I didn't respect the slippery floor. But yeah, these boss fights are not gonna show any mercy to us. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna use that to pop it. But I'm not gonna whirlwind this. I'm gonna conserve my MP a bit. Yeah, see, now that I'm being more aggressive, it's a lot easier. So I need to stop using whirlwind as much. Like, it is good, but I can also abuse its opening a bit better. So that's a good time to use whirlwind. Now I just have to be careful here. See how I'm like sliding all over the place? Just have to be careful. There we go. Interrupted it that time. Much cleaner refight, chat. This is going much faster. And again, I could get some free hits on it when it's doing that. I think I do want to whirlwind into this, just so I could get more hits here. Yeah, see, there we go. There we go. Much cleaner, chat. Much cleaner. Ooh, I still couldn't kill it there. Much easier. Yeah, this boss was definitely not as hard as the first boss. I just got really greedy with the slippery floor, and I underestimated how much of the ice physics it gave me. But yeah, that was a really clean refight at least. She's like, how did I survive that? That was intense. Yunica, you died in another timeline. It's okay. So we almost leveled again off of that. But I think for now we're actually going to take a little break from this. So we're just going to go ahead and save here. We're going to make sure we don't have to redo the boss fight. But I think we got a decent idea of what the game is going to be like. But I think for now, I think it is safe to say that got a good taste of the game. I think we'll continue a little bit next week. So we're already like 3 waypoints in, and there were like what 20ish chat. So I'm thinking probably like 4, maybe 6 sessions. We'll see towards the end of the game. 4 might be a little preemptive. Well, let's go towards 6. I imagine in about 6 sessions we'll be done with the game. Kind of interested in it in general. It's definitely very different in terms of gameplay. It goes back to the to not quite the same style that I'm used to, because when I played it on some of the older ones, it was more of a 2D side scroller deal. This one's kind of like the in between, so it's like it's technically a modern East game, but it's like not quite where literally things like 7 and 8 are, which is like the Lacrimosa style. This is kind of like right before. But so far, it's pretty smooth to control for the most part. I'm a little concerned about the platforming. I hope there's not too crazy of a platforming in it. Like, how it is now is fine to me, but if it wants me to do a lot of really precision jumps while being attacked by other things, I'm not sure how I'll feel about it. I'll feel less forgiving towards it in general. But it so far I'm not being punished for missing jumps like super hard. Like, it just puts me in a pit of enemies, which is about um where I would think it would go. Oh, Chris is thinking about adding it to the list of games. So I think these games were actually on sale last year for like basically nothing. I want to say I got Origin for like $4 or $5. Like, I did not spend a lot of money on these games. So I feel like from the value to entertainment perspective, if you wait for like a Steam sale, especially since at the time of the stream we're in like a month of the winter sale, you will probably get it only for a handful of dollars. Honestly, the only ones that I think still cost money were 7, I think, and 8, I think, are the only ones. The other ones were like sub 30 even without the sales, I'm pretty sure. In fact, you know what, chat, just for you, I'm going to go look it up right now how much it costs without the sale on Steam if you were to get this game comparatively. Yeah, not on sale, it is $19. So I think for the sale, I think I got it for maybe $9.99, but I got it as part of like the summer sale where you got additional money off. So I think I only paid ultimately like $4 or $5 for it. So yeah, it's pretty fast paced. I mean, that's kind of what I expect from the E series in general. It's not super forgiving. So definitely if you do not feel comfortable with either the dodging required, because there's no dodge button, there's no block, it is literally you must just outmaneuver the enemy attacks. I would say don't feel bad about lowering the difficulty a notch. To me, this is about on par where I thought the difficulty would be for an East game. Maybe technically slightly a little easier, but we'll see. The boss fights are definitely the level where I thought they would be, though. those I'm like, if I beat a Yeast boss in one try, I would be very surprised, because I'll always mess something up because it's not super forgiving in that sense. But I like in this game compared to if you were to, for example, go back and play some of the retro versions of the games, like if you play through 1, 2, and 3 in particular. Um, you do not have to worry about walking all the way back to the boss, because that was something that I think kind of turned me off of the series, where it was like you committed to like this hard dungeon crawl for like 3 levels, and then like you have to get through all of that and no saves and no checkpoint, and you just gotta beat it. So you could potentially lose like 8 levels or more if you were power leveling, and you're like, oh no, that was not worth it. But fortunately it seems like this one is kind of halfway in between. It's at least got some checkpoints and things like that. Yeah, some oofs. Yeah, I remember that. Although, although I do have to say, if we end up trying some of the old versions of the games, if for whatever reason we just want to do that one day, I will let you know a little secret, chat, that I learned even when I was very young, is that in the East games, there's always rooms where enemies respawn. And oh boy, Chad, if you had a turbo controller, you just put that boy on max speed, put the controller down, and go. I'm gonna go to sleep. When I come back, I'll be the right level to beat the game. I'll go up like 12 levels without leaving the first level. It's fine. I think I did that while playing what was it, East 3? You're in like the mines or something at the beginning. I think even then, Chad, I found ways to like circumvent some of the difficulties. So we'll see if we could come up with some gimmicky things in this particular combat system. It seems like we can kind of spam flight. So we're gonna keep an eye out for areas we can reach a little early, because I mean, presumably we should be able to reach all of it because it gave us the skill to kind of cross gaps. The assumption is you will use it at least once in the air, but we'll see if we can get some like really close jumps to go much further than we should. Like maybe there's like a balcony overlooking something else in the far distance that doesn't quite expect you to be able to reach because you're supposed to come in from like the north end of the room or something. We'll see if we can mess around with that a bit. Um, we have a little bit of intrigue going on. We have like the tower hub slowly building up. So we're technically have acquired 3 new characters in addition to the first 3 that we were introduced to. So we still have like another 18 or so named people to go through on that list, and maybe they'll give us some helpful trinkets. I think they can technically. I mean, I want to say in the older games you could get things like healing herbs, but you didn't get like you didn't get like masses and multiples of them. You would get like a healing herb or something like that. I don't remember being able to stockpile, but it has been a long time since I played a game, so I could just be misremembering it. So I think for now we'll continue on with Origin over the next few weeks. We'll probably clear it, as I said before, probably before the end of the year at this rate. And then at that point, I think we'll have a vote to figure out where we want to go from there. Potentially, I will be getting a whole bunch of games in December because there's going to be another big sale. So if people are enjoying this particular game, I'm thinking I might even pick up some of the remastered versions of like 1 and 2. They go by different names in there, so I'll have to look up to make sure I'm buying the right one, etc. But I already own 7 and I think 6. So I would just have to fill in the gap for like 1, 2, 3, and I think 4 are available for purchase. So I would probably fill it in if the chat ends up interested in these kinds of games. And again, I feel like as we go towards at least 6, we'll start getting more voice acting and kinds of different gameplay. So it'll be more similar to what we played with Lacrimosa. But also, I'm thinking if we want to take a break from the series in general, like just so we don't overdo it, we could try spotlighting another RPG series that people might not have played. Whether it's something like Legend of Mana, which is a pretty good PS1 game, or something like the Shining series, which has been across multiple platforms. I'd probably do Shining Tier. I think I mentioned in another stream. Because I feel like when I went back to a game like Shadow Hearts that I never played to completion, I feel like that game was pretty fun when we went through. So it's definitely worth just trying to find ones that people might not have seen before. And hopefully, if it's an ongoing game, maybe support it. But if not, at least we get to say, hey, we got to experience things like all those wonderful cutscenes in Shadow Hearts. But for now, I think it's safe to say that we are at the end of the stream. And I'd like to thank you all for joining, and hopefully you have a good night or a good day, depending on the time zone.